morning, beautiful being. It is lovely to be here with you this morning. It's rainy. I made it to the top of the hill with my wet weather gear because, otherwise I'd be soaked. So naturally we're inside with the lights on because it's grey and there's not much light coming in the window, which is kind of nice really, because when I get to show off rocks and artificial light, it's different. So this one volunteered. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, beautiful people. If you hit the heart or a thumb or something, I think Facebook will tell me who you are eventually, but I don't always know. Just lovely to have you. Andrew, that's you. Okay, woohoo. Heather, good morning. We've got this little piece, why are you coming on? This little piece of tumbled agate. Look at it, you can see through it. Good morning, gorgeous. Bings, it's lovely to see you. Robin, I can see your little face up there. Jocelyn, good morning. So, I'm getting so carried away, I'm not showing you the rocks, but see the lights coming through this. That's why it wanted to be showed off today. See? It's, it looks so nondescript and not very quote-unquote pretty until you let the light come through it, and then suddenly it's just, wow. And a lot of us are like that. We don't look very spectacular until you get to know us, and then we are. This is a piece of tumbled calcite, yellow calcite. It's I don't know how yellow. Oh yeah, it probably looks a bit yellow even in this light. It's just pale golden calcite, and it's rather lovely. And it really looks quite a lot like a lozenge because, of course, calcite has that, this kind of shape quite often, and you can see that it had sharp edges here and the very straight sides. So I rather love this. I'm going to try and show you. Yeah, see how the light sparkles through it and you can see the lines. The very structure of the stone's beautiful. Yes, we are all beautiful. We are all beautiful, Andrew. Look at that. You just got to catch the light on it right, and I can only do that when I've got the lights on above. So there you go. It just looks like an ordinary piece of tumbled rock until you just get it at the right angle, and then magic happens. And well, that's what we're like too. Last but not least, this is quartz, yes, but it's harlequin quartz. And you can see the little dots. I don't know how well you can see them, but some of them are red and some of them are black. And besides that, it's got the skeletal structure inside. This one is from the Brandberg Mountains in South Africa, and it is pretty exquisite. Yeah, I think you can see there. See up on this facet, the dot in the middle is red and the others are darker. I think there are various varieties of iron, hematite, whatever. But I don't actually know. My friend Jenny Paulo, who gave this to me, she's so generous, told me, but I don't remember exactly. It's just lovely. It's a very beautiful little stone. So there you go. And let me see if I can catch the light on some of the facets. Look at that. They've got, they're very, very shiny and reflective. And, I had the choice between this and one of those beautiful, it was a Brandberg amethyst point. And, the Brandberg amethyst is a very beautiful purple, but I had to have this one. So I was very fortunate. I had a choice. There you go. And look, it's got a little... Yep, there's a little... You can't tell when the light hits it. You can't tell whether it's poking out or poking in. But when you turn it sideways, you can just see there's a little crystal there that's grown on the side. So, beautiful, really beautiful skeletal quartz with harlequin dots. Okay, so today, and good morning, everybody. See the little numbers? See, I've got numbers at the top of my screen and little faces. And, I don't always know who you are, but it's lovely to have you on. I watch the numbers going up and down, and it's really cool. I don't watch very much, but it's like, there's that many people watching me, apparently. So today I want to talk more about loving ourselves. And I can't remember what gave me this idea, but I realised later that I was living it, so I'll tell you how I've been living it literally in the last day. So really, ultimately, we talk about self-care, we talk about self-love, and you do things to make yourself feel good, right? Take a walk, give yourself a bath, get a treatment, whatever. But all of that is for the emotional payoff, right? Because you want to feel better, or you want to feel good. And self-love and self-care is about helping yourself feel good, right? So it's all about feeling good. So why are we absolutely fixated on this idea that we have to have an external stimulus to create the internal response of feeling good or better or whatever it is we want? Why are we so stuck on this? Of course, we've been programmed to be stuck on it. That's why. Okay, I have to answer that question. Sorry, I'm quite warm. It's not cold out there. It's just that, and I walked to the top of the hill, and I had all these clothes on. So why are we so stuck on it? Well, just look at the media. Never mind advertisements, which absolutely program you to want, need, and desire whatever it is that the advertisement is pushing. There's so much psychology that goes into advertisements. I haven't watched an advertisement on television or on YouTube or anything for years. I'm not interested. I just, no, swipe, piss off. But also if you look at movies or the stories that are told, they are so often, in fact they're so always, because this is the human condition, they are about somebody who wants something to happen in their life at some time. Is this sounding familiar? Oh, totally. Slogans, branding, the whole thing. It really is about saying, here is a thing. That's the brand. The brand is, here is a thing, and this is what it will mean to you when you have it. I.e., you can't have what it will mean to you unless you have it. And that is the lie. That is the lie. And I'm proving it to myself every day these days. The truth is, we are actually able to love ourselves without getting a facial, without having ice cream, horrifying as that may seem to some people, without having anybody rub your back. We actually are. It's more challenging because it goes against the programming of, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat, now I feel better. And yeah, we do need to eat. I'm not, unless you're a breatharian, in which case you don't, There's exceptions to every rule. So, there are really powerful evolutionary and reasonable reasons why you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to look after your body, and that's going to feel good. And of course, it feels good, but it is programmed to feel good because it helps the species survive. So the thing of cause and effect, stimulus response, experience, feeling, is very conducive to survival. But it also programs us to think that there's nothing else. And that's the myth that I want to bust today. That's the lie. It's just not true. So, facials and treatments and good habits and healthy lifestyles and healthy emotional lifestyles and all of that aside, although that's exactly what I'm talking about here, we do all of that to feel good, but we can feel good independent of anything. And it took me a long time to get my head and heart around this. Head around it is nothing. You got to get your heart around it. Thinking positively is nothing. I got to feel positive. If I'm thinking positive, I can do that till I'm blue in the face and nothing's going to change. As Joe says, my inspiration, Joe Dispenza, nothing changes until you change your energy. What he means is nothing changes until you change how you feel emotionally, period. And I can absolutely say that's true from my own experience. You can think what you like, but you got to feel it too. So, self-love, self-care, all these good things. Why is it that I am saying that the most loving thing you can ever do for yourself is to give yourself an emotion that you want to feel in advance of the experience arriving in your life that you would normally expect to allow you to feel it? Why am I saying that's the most loving thing you can ever do for yourself, ever? Well, doesn't that mean that you don't have to wait for the thing to have the feeling? Doesn't that disconnect you from the Matrix, if you like? You remember the movie, the guy who became the traitor, without which, of course, there'd be no story. Remember that? You can't have a great story without a villain. Just, detour. And he went to the restaurant and he knew that the steak he was eating was just, a computer program. But he wanted to have that because it was juicy and sweet and, he wanted to get plugged back into the program. He wanted his external environment to give him an experience that he liked. To unplug ourselves from the matrix and say, no, I become the program and I become the programmer and I say when the programs run and what they are. Oh, that's self-love. But it's a very different kind of self-love. And it begins and ends really, you got to think, right? You got to decide what you want to think. We talked about that yesterday. But today I want to talk about giving yourself the feeling purely because you've decided you're going to. And how stupid and unreasonable and butt-ass, are you kidding? It feels when you decide you're going to do that. Because it does. And I remember that very, very well. So what happened yesterday? Yeah, yesterday morning in my meditation. Was it just before or just during? I don't recall. It's another lifetime, believe me. I couldn't tell you what happened today. It's always amazing. Yesterday, I had the realization, I think it was at the end of my meditation, that I am not grateful to be in this body. Not grateful. Now, that's a step up from not wanting to be here, okay? Plenty of times I just didn't want to be here. I wasn't suicidal. I wasn't thinking of killing myself. I was like, I just don't really want to be here. It's hard. I don't get it. Long, convoluted story about why that is. I understand myself much better now. And there's a process of integration and more arriving here going on. And I realised at the end of my meditation yesterday, I'm really not grateful to be here. Because I'm scared, because the feeling was, my body's fragile, it's not what I'm used to, tra-la-la-la-la. Doesn't matter what the reason is, I'm not grateful to be in my body. So, of course, yesterday, in odd moments when I had spare time, I was walking around the house or just, taking a little 10-second break from my computer. Hi, Holly! Saying, I am grateful to be in this body. I'm grateful to be in this body. It's not the same as being grateful to be alive. I have been grateful to be alive for a while. But to be grateful to be in this body, and I could feel the resistance inside myself. I was like, no, I don't want to be grateful for being in this body. That's scary. It's, I don't want to be grateful. But, and I kept just firing and worrying. I kept mentally rehearsing it, and I kept on pulling up, dragging out of myself feelings of gratitude and plastering them over this statement, even though it felt wooden and not real and hard. And the resistance was really deep in me, really. And it wasn't screaming, it was just that sort of thing. Didn't get it. And I didn't get it, but I just kept doing it because I understand this now. And I understand that my body was resisting going somewhere chemically different. My body's used to feeling unsafe. It's used to the consciousness of me feeling unsafe to be embodied in it, and that's what it knows. It's used to hypervigilance. It's used to looking for things to go wrong and fearing and, when's it going to break down? It's used to all of that. And to go into an internal experience of, I'm grateful to be in this body. I'm grateful to be in this body. And it's not even about saying I trust it. It wasn't about using those words. It was just about gratitude for being in this physical container. Which, of course, is not me. It is not me. I am not my body. I am the consciousness that enlivens and vitalizes this body. I create it. I'm not this body. And I've been more and more aware of that recently as well. This is where these things come from. So to give myself that experience, going against my own internal grain. My body did not want to go somewhere new. My brain did not want to go somewhere new. I had a superhighway in my head that says, no, I'm not safe in this body. Why would I be grateful to be here? It's just been so difficult for so long and felt so strange and so weird and I'm out of place. And no, I don't want to be grateful to be in this body. So I hope I'm making it clear there was plenty of resistance. Now, it wasn't as difficult to overcome the resistance to choosing to feel grateful to be in this body when I didn't, as it was, 2 years ago when I was choosing not to focus on all my financial lack and frustration. That was much, much harder because I'd never done it before. Danielle, good morning. I'm glad the synchronicity is winking at you, honey. It does that, right? Perfect time. Yay. So we get this resistance, and it's like, hey, don't think that just because you have a thought that says this is rubbish, this is bullshit, you can't do this, you're never going to feel good about that's true. And don't believe your body when it kicks up a stink. Just understand that's the matrix. And it's comfortable because you know it. Think of Neo choosing red pill, blue pill. Blue pill, go back to what I know. Red pill, completely unknown. That is what we're doing all the time. We make a choice. Bulldozing new neurons highways. Absolutely, Andrew. You're absolutely right about that. It is really deep choice to choose to go somewhere new. And this is, that is the choice. Do I believe my body when it says, oh, no, or not? It's going to do that. You've got to understand that's what happens. So to love yourself enough to recognize it and not buy into it, to not go back to the thought is, oh, no, and the stimulus response. Pavlov's dogs ring the bell. There's the thought, there's the feeling. The dog salivates and you go, nah, I'm not doing this. Stupid. I'll start tomorrow. But no, I'm not doing it now. It's just the thought is a stimulus, the feeling is a response. That's just what happens. That's the program. It's going to feel uncomfortable if you do something different. But that is enormous self-love right there. It's massive. To choose to go into the unknown because you desire something better in your life. That's self-love. To give yourself a sampling of the life you want to live before anything apparently has happened. Now, this is the other piece I wanted to cover, and I've still got time to cover it. Woohoo! See, here's the thing. Yesterday, when I was doing that, I was giving my body a taste of different chemistry. Linda, you made it! Woohoo! A total ship's diagnostic. Congratulations, you got it done. I was giving myself a taste. This could be what it's like to feel grateful. No. I want to go back to the old me. I don't. Yeah. But hang on, it could feel like this. I know what gratitude feels like. To be grateful to be in this body. Drum it up, pull it up inside myself because I have gratitude circuits. They're just not applied to this particular thought. So let me kind of paste those two together and keep doing it, even though it's like, it is bulldozing. You're right, it takes will. I don't want to say that I fight myself. I just recognize what I'm no longer choosing. And when I do that, of course, I get a different chemistry. And I am literally I'm pruning apart old synaptic connections in my brain, and I'm making new neural connections in my brain, new synaptic connections that represent the fact that I have given myself an experience of being grateful for being in this body. I change my brain to look like the experience has already happened. I can measure it. It's been done. And because I've changed my brain and I'm now firing different circuits and getting different neurotransmitters and different neuropeptides and different hormonal expression, different feelings in my body, I have literally gone into that future while I'm having that feeling. I'm changing my brain and my body to look like the experience has already happened. And so, of course, this morning, I go into my meditation and I keep working with it. You think I'm going to put that one down? It's kind of important to be grateful to be in your body. You're at war with yourself. So I meditate with it. I can now say I really know what gamma feels like. Wow. Yeah. I've been going in and out of gamma in the last few days more. There's a reason why. But it's happening more often. I was told it's going to happen more often now because some things are lined up. And I am grateful to be in this body, to have that experience. It was amazing. It was amazing. my body. So I'm grateful to be in this body now, and I can say that, and it's true, and I feel it and believe it. Now, that's pretty rapid, you know. It sort of came up. I thought, I'm not grateful to be in my body. 24 hours later, I am. So it's like your little microcosm example. But, you know, to get out of my lack mentality, which still comes up from time to time, and I'm not saying it's the only time I won't be grateful to be here in my body either. These things come up in layers. To change my lack mentality, that took, God, I don't know. Yeah, whatever, haven't a clue. Jordan, good morning. So the important thing is, it is very loving to you to give yourself a taste of the experience you want to have, which is a feeling, because we have a thought, we do an action, we have an experience, and we have a feeling as a result of that. I learned this from Joe Dispenza. I don't take credit for this information. I just love that I get to present it to you. And if you do that thought and you do that feeling and you do the action, I've got myself mixed up. If you do the thought, you can go straight to the feeling without the action, and you give yourself the experience before you ever have the action. When the action comes, it's like, oh, cool. Yeah, at war within your own body, damn. Yeah, I know the feeling, Linda. So, you know, you can focus on loving it big, and it's going to feel weird. Because I know you and your body have had a hard time. And it's not because your body got sick, it's because you were carrying the frequency that then matched up with that sickness. You manifested what you were carrying inside yourself. I know you understand this. We all do this, by the way. We absolutely manifest the truth of who we are. I got half a minute to tell you this. Something I just read. What was it? I heard. Listening to Joe doing yoga. Your body is your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. Your body is your unconscious mind. And the light bulb that went off in my head, hi Laura, was, hang on a minute. Does that mean, yes, I know I think with my body, that's the body mind, right? We have gut feeling and all that stuff. But does that mean that this physical expression, this, what you say, the way I dress, the way my body functions, every molecule of it is literally the downward causation of my subconscious mind? Oh my God! You look at each person in the street and you think that's a subconscious mind walking down the road there. It was a mind-blowing thought. I'm still digesting that one. So you look at your body. It's your subconscious mind. It's the outward causation of you. Love it, hate it, it's you. Love it some more, because you're loving you and you're going to change. Wow, yeah, maybe we'll talk about this more tomorrow. I don't know. It was really a boom, It's Tuesday. I'm going to be back in 3.5 hours to give you an update on our beautiful Sang Marie Gomez and what he's doing in the Gambia. So I hope to see you then. Big love. All tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.